quick this time. That was real. Man, I was up at the barbershop yesterday, dude, and I was getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
And I was in there, and I'm pretty sure her name's Shannon. She works, like, Mary's here, then Shannon's over there. But getting my hair cut, and I'm trying to tell them how I want it cut, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I want like a low skin fade and like an 8 on the top, or just long enough to where I can slick it back. And Mary's like, nah, give him the Chalmers. So yeah, Coach White, man, you got a haircut named after you, my man.
You already got a pizza from Pizza Corral.
Man,
you got a haircut?
Dude's balling, man.
Good.
How you been, man?
Good.
Yeah. Man, I heard some rumors.
What's that?
Just rumors. You don't have to address them. I know there's stuff that you can or can't say, but I heard that Richardson ain't gonna be 100% Friday, right? I heard that he was training for a foot race with Chuck Norris and he stubbed his toe. True or false?
That's false. He's ready to go, baby.
All right. The other one is I heard Brody Morrison has a modeling gig in New York City.
That I can see happening.
And his private jet might not get him back till after halftime.
That I can see happening.
Okay.
Coach Rao calls him Tom Brady. He says he's got too much going for him.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, man? What's up, what Elk City, dog?
We really came out and got after him, and defensively, they couldn't move the ball. I think they finished with 115 yards total offense on the night. 69 of that came on the long touchdown run late. So, man, it's really nice for us because, we didn't score on our second drive. We went for it on fourth down, didn't execute. Had already gotten the first down, but had it called back for a penalty. But whenever you're holding somebody to 119 yards, like, that kind of frees us up offensively, do whatever we want, and we don't have to be conservative. And, they struggled moving the ball, and Phillip blocked that punt, really got us going, and it kind of snowballed there because it was a dogfight until Phillip blocked that punt. Then we kind of pulled away and got after him early in the second half. They got the ball, started second half, and fumbled opening possession, but the kids played well. I think Elk City's a better team than the score indicated, and but when they couldn't move the football, we generated a couple turnovers and put them away. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, man, it started off weird because like I couldn't hear the national anthem until I looked around and sent everybody up. Man, I was kind of confused what was going on.
Well, I got confused when they let out them elk sounds. Golly, man, I had never heard that before. I didn't know what that was. But
hey, man, they was hunting.
When they took the field, them elk, I don't know, screams or whatever that was.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. What about my boy Braxton coming in and getting that first TD?
Yeah.
I love to watch him run, man.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's hard to tackle, and he and Ritson complement each other so well, and I mean, obviously Ritson's tough to tackle. He's a load, but heck, Braxton's got that great balance. You can tell he's a wrestler. Yeah. And his feet are always moving. He's quick. He gets in there behind that big old line and hides. You really don't see him. Yeah. And, but yeah, he's a dang good back. In fact, one of the staffs we faced a year ago, they felt like he was our biggest weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But yeah, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, man, he's just a dog at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Richardson had 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown, right?
Yeah, he had the 70-yard reception.
Yeah,
I told him it looked like the reception though looked like a Disney movie because four come up to hit him, but he really didn't want to, and what should have been like a 30-yard completion, that kid bounced off of him, and he went in and scored, and I wanted to know what he had to pay number 4 because it didn't look too hot.
Yeah. Quarterback play thus far. What's your thoughts?
Man, I think Cade's really played well, know, and I'm excited for him, and I'm not surprised by it because, last year, those first 3 JV games, I think he threw for 300 yards on Monday nights.
Right.
I mean, he was really throwing it well. He was a heck of an arm talent. He's just playing behind a really good one last year, and so the talent, what he's doing on Friday night isn't a real big surprise to me because, I mean, you could see the talent was there. And he's just waited his turn. And, now it's nice. We got almost all the receivers back.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we lost Adesola, but Joey was playing quite a bit before he got hurt. Corday was resting Brody a year ago. So Kaysen's back at A-back, Loman's back at A-back, Brody's back at X. So, I mean, the receivers, they're back. They're a year older, and Caden's doing a really good job getting the ball to them.
I think Corday and Joey have a lot of similar things in common. Both of them are just dangerous weapons, man.
Really dynamic. Great feet, good speed,
Yeah. Quick. Mm-hmm. Going back to Caden, sitting behind the quarterback he did for 2 years, if we're talking about because he's not even close. I don't think he's close to his peak. I don't even know if he'll reach that this year, for a high school football player. Because he still has another year. But, this year, anticipating, his growth thus far, how close do you think he is to where he's going to get come state championship time?
I think he's just now starting to scratch the surface. Because with reps will come quicker decision making and better understanding where we want to get the ball, which he's doing a good job of now. But there's no substitution for experience, and especially at that position. And he's a very confident kid as it is, but he's gaining confidence every week, and every quarter you can see growth. So I'm excited for him, and I think he hadn't even scratched the surface of what he can do.
Yeah. Even that's a good point too, because even in practice, there's a script. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you said, it's hard to get them unknown reps in. You know what I mean? Until you get it.
He made a play at Newcastle, and it was 4th down, and he bought time with his feet. He flushed left on 4th down. He found Kaysen. They had come out in long situations. They wanted to man up, so they manned up, and he had to buy time with his feet. Made a heck of a throw to Kaysen for a huge conversion. We thought Kaysen scored, but ended up going out on the 1. I mean, that was a huge play, and extended the drive. And there's not a lot of good calls on 4th and 21. And he went and made those two made a play, and it showed his athleticism and it showed his touch on the football to make that throw, and it was a really big time play.
You played quarterback in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what point did you feel like you was not competent? I guess I don't know if that's the word. I mean, more, I guess, comfortable. You know what I mean?
I would say the back half of the year, similar to Caden, I didn't get to play. I didn't get to start as a sophomore. I was behind another good quarterback. And I started my first game as a junior, and I was scared out of my mind.
Right.
But fortunately, I was able to make a couple short throws that we popped for touchdowns, and I gained some confidence there, and then I just got better and better, and ended up having a really good junior year. And the back half of the year, I was extremely confident, and felt I could make any throw on the field. Yeah. So I can see that with Caden. You know what I mean? He's got an arm talent, and he's just going to continue to get better.
Yeah, a little bit more about that confidence, though. Because that can go both ways. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Newcastle where he had a fumble and then he bounced right back. After that, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So it's a big deal with Caden on that particular play. He let the ball get below his belt, and the D lineman that was giving chase, he didn't see, knocked it out, and it was big for him to come back and make a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times young kids will get their dauber down or get upset, and he's got to have short-term memory loss. He's got to forget about it and get back out there. And as the quarterback, we're going to go as he goes. You know what I mean? If he gets his head down, then the whole the head's going to be down.
Yeah.
He's got to stay up and lead us and get the ball where we want it to go, and he did a really good job of that.
Yeah. No, that's important. I think it's important in any leadership position, from the coaches down too, you know what I mean? The kids don't want to see coaches over there, poopy face, and they don't want to see a quarterback. Really any leader on a team, any leader aspect. But I think quarterback touches the ball every time, you know what I mean? So it's a big deal, Doug. Man, what else? Can you talk a little bit about like the importance of like I want to talk a little more about JV and stuff, but like the importance of the JV and the reps we're getting because we're seeing some. Again, I give you a good example, Keegan Hillary. You know, what I mean, he's been able to come in and make some key plays on varsity, but also he's getting reps in the JV and stuff as well. You know what I mean? Can you talk a little bit about that?
You know, I think something that a lot of people overlook. You know, last year when we made the run,
Yeah.
okay. Keegan, for example, Keegan was a kid that when his freshman season was over, he stayed out and practiced. So, you know, I think the freshman season, it usually ends like week 7 or week 8 of the regular season.
Yep.
Now, we kept those kids, a handful of them, we kept them out. They suited up on Friday night. Now, what it did for those kids that stayed is he got 7 and well, actually, I think 8 more weeks of football because we had that bye week over Thanksgiving break. So he got 32 more practices.
That's big time.
That's 32 more opportunities to get better. And so what it did was that's almost another year of football for all those kids. And it's huge for our growth and our player development. And you know, like the Monday night JV is big for those young kids. That's their Friday night, and that's our player development. And you know, you talk about if you're truly a program, you know, we didn't just have success last year because we had a good group of seniors.
Yeah.
The program is winning on Friday night and the turnaround winning on Monday, and developing those kids so that when you know, a Colin Donnelly does graduate, when a Trace Ward does graduate, when a Jace Williams or a Shea Spencer, when they do graduate, we have somebody there to take over.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal for player development, and it allows us to have the continued success, you know. Right now, our JV's undefeated.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm excited just as far as I can, you know, predict, we're going to be good again next year.
Yeah.
And the eighth grade, I think, only has 1 loss. The 7th grade's undefeated, so there's more talent coming.
Yeah.
We're having success on Monday night now with our JV bunch. 8th grade is having a really good year. I think they're 5-1 at the moment, and then 7th grade, I believe, is 6-0. So that's huge for us in continuing to develop players. The adage I like to use is like when Belichick was with the Patriots. In the NFL, everybody has good players.
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody on our schedule has good players. Elk City, I know we just thumped them. They've got multiple kids on that roster that would start for us if they were in our program. But what separated the Patriots when, you know, they had that dynasty going was the fact that, you know, everybody in NFL's got a couple All-Pros, but their numbers 3 through 54 were way better than the rest of the leagues. You know,
I agree.
They're 3rd through 54. And so for us, you know, we want to continue to develop.
Yeah.
And, you know, you take a kid like Keegan who is just a sophomore, but he's had, you know, multiple huge plays on Friday night, and he was able to step in when, you know, Corday went down at Newcastle. You know, Keegan jumped right in there, and, you know, Newcastle may be the best offense we see until the playoffs. They're definitely the most explosive offense we'll see, and you know, he's out there versus, you know, 2 really good wideouts and 2 really good backs and gets the pick, and that's a testament to the program, and that's a testament to how hard he's worked.
Right. Nah, man, I dig it, man. I dig it. You know, and you know, fortunately, a good thing about high school football, you can start putting them grades together. You know what I mean? I think that sophomore and the freshman class, I think they're going to combine really good.
Yeah.
When you know, that sophomore class is in the senior group, and that you know, the freshman class is juniors. I think they're going to combine really good.
Yeah, because that freshman class has some really big linemen.
Yes.
There's some massive bodies out there, and I think
They got my dog Trip Dotson on that team.
that group's going to mesh well. You know, like Trip, for example. Trip's repping with the 2s right now. So,
Yeah, I did. He told me that the other day.
But that's exciting, and you know, there'll be a good mesh together when those guys get to high school and they got to take over on Friday.
Yeah, no, man, I don't know, man. It's good. I've been watching a lot. My knee's been jacked up, man. Like I'm going through some stuff right now. Like from my knee to my hip, my damn leg just goes numb. So I hadn't actually been to a game. Elk City was my first like high school. I've been watching the games.
Yeah.
I've been watching my boy Penny.
Yeah, you gotta love him. Man.
Yeah, been watching him. But Elk City was the first game I went to. And man, the environment's good. I sat right next to the band, and the band's loud, dog.
They're so loud.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Palmer, but
They're really good, man. They're
I
really
looked over and
loud.
I see Mr. Palmer in the band playing the trumpet. I was like, where's he at? Who's running this show? I looked over, he's like in the middle of these guys, like, all right, bet. I got it. Show these kids how to do it, man. I get it.
It's like when we went to Newcastle, we got to scout Newcastle Blanchard the week before.
Yeah.
And the visiting bleachers on the Newcastle side are itty bitty. And Blanchard had like 30 people in the band. I thought, man, the Elgin band is going to take half of this right now when they come. They better bring in some extra bleachers for us.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that's so cool about Friday nights in Elgin. When you think, I think there's 90 kids playing football right now, and then the band's got like 120, and there's like 30 cheerleaders, 30 outlets. I mean, almost 1/3 of the entire building is performing every Friday night.
Yeah, man, it's a party.
That's really cool. I mean, that's
time.
really cool, and that's why there's such a good crowd, and the crowd's into it, you know, and the band is really loud. In fact, at Newcastle, starting in the first quarter, they were griping, and they sent the officials over twice because our band was so loud and our fans were so loud. They were complaining. We had to stop the game.
I mean, can you do anything about that as an official?
We're not.
I know you can if you're blowing the horns and stuff like that.
You're not supposed to make noise when they start their cadence, you know, and like they ask that there not be any noise when the opponent has the ball, but I mean that's really hard to enforce. And I mean, I don't think we were doing anything out of line. I think just, you know, they were looking for something to gripe about for not having success. But
Yeah, man, there was a lot of people in the Elgin just didn't even hear what you just said, Doug. They're like, yeah, I don't even understand English at this point. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I know, like there was either last year or before last, I remember that game got stopped because the horn was going off. But I didn't know it was like that, though.
yeah, they complained quite a bit in the first quarter, but it's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, going back to quarterbacks, man. Like, so now we're in a situation where we got a quarterback that's going to get 2 years starting time, right? Then after that, where's it go? It's probably going to be like a 1 year starts.
It just depends on who takes over. I mean, like, you know, like who develops. You know, obviously right now, Jake is our number 2.
Yeah.
And Jake's really good. I mean, Jake would start for a lot of the teams on our schedule.
Yeah.
And he's going to be good. He's a very intelligent kid. He's a coach's son. You know, he's going to continue to develop. But he's a really good athlete. He's long, kind of new to the game. I think this will be his 3rd year, but that first year they got him out for football. He broke his arm the opening scrimmage. So this is really only year 2 or year 3 for him. But
it's also one like them, because them JV games are important. So he gets out there and gets that experience doing that.
And you know, we've got Calvin Smith playing quarterback with our freshman bunch. There's a good 8th grade quarterback and Trip McGavick, and then there's 2 good 7th grade quarterbacks. You know, Rico's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah.
Drew spins it well. So, I mean, there's a lot of talent.
Drew
Good. So he's a little 7th grade.
I guess I don't know. I've probably seen him. I'm
little
sure.
blonde hair kid.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's starting a safety right now on that 7th grade team.
Okay.
But there's a lot of years he'd been our 7th grade quarterback, you know. But
Rico.
Rico's a heck of an athlete.
I think Rico's been taking private lessons for quarterbacks since he could walk. So.
Really?
Yeah. They've been doing it for a while.
He's a good player.
Man, I guess, you know, that's what I want to do. My bad. Players of the game. Offense. Rinson Meyer.
Had a heck of a game. I mean, just not just running the football, but he was a factor in the passing game. I think he had 114 yards on like 12 carries.
Yeah.
Had the 70-yard touchdown reception. Then, you know, it was Hudson got defensive player of the game. Hudson played really well up front. You know, they were in the eye, running the toss, and Hudson had a handful of, you know, open field tackles on the toss.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows great athleticism. And, in talking about team defense, on when they were running the toss, our two outside backers, both Phillip and Tiny, they did a great job setting the edge, forcing that back to come back underneath, and he cut right back into Hudson or even Tucker. It was, we had a big debate as a staff when we were picking defensive player of the game, because
Tucker did good.
I think Hudson had 10 tackles, Tucker had 9.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was, both of those kids played extremely well. And
I feel like Tucker, it's hard to say if he's, I guess you can say he's came a long way. He's like, he didn't get some opportunities. I mean, there was people ahead of him last year, but I feel like he's come a long way. I feel like he's really good.
He's one of those kids, again.
He's what, 6'4"?
He's
6'5"?
Yeah, he's just now filling into that frame.
Is he a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Good,
And,
good.
He runs really well.
Yeah.
And he's really good at tight end, catching the ball.
Yeah.
He's a good player. Really neat kid. I had him in class last year, and he wants to be good. He asks a ton of questions, works really hard at it, and really a neat kid, and a kid that you can't help but like. Yeah. He's really came on the last 3 weeks, playing with a high motor. Been very disruptive defensively. Because heck, he's 6'4" and he's long. Yeah. So if he doesn't get to the quarterback, he gets him hands up. He bats a ton of balls.
Hello.
Yeah. He's up there now. But yeah, really fun kid, really neat kid.
Yeah. And my ADD just kicked in, but like, how important is like grades when it comes to getting recruited?
It's huge. You know what I mean? Because a lot of schools, they won't even recruit you if you're under 2.7.
Really?
And there's so many good players out there. You got to have something that separates you, especially if you're a middle-sized, middle-speed kid. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to have something that separates you from the next guy.
Yeah.
And that with the turnover in college football right now, they can't afford to take a kid who's not good in the classroom and going to fail out, because there's a ton of turnover anyway.
Yeah.
And so college coaches will get nervous, and if your GPA is not important to you now, it's not going to be important to you at the next level. And if it's not important to you to maintain eligibility, then you're worthless to a college guy. So it's huge for us with the no pass, no play.
Yeah.
If they've got an F, they can't play. And
yeah.
What's crazy is right now, I don't know, we have a kid in the program on the ineligible list. And
we don't have one?
I don't think we have one in the whole program. And that's a huge relief for us. We don't got to worry about playing an ineligible player. We don't got to worry about depth. I mean, it's not like that everywhere, I'll tell you that.
Well, no, I agree. Mm-hmm. Like some, there's, I grew up playing 8-man football. We played Ironman. We didn't have no numbers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, here we got depth. And you kind of said that earlier when you was talking about the difference between our team and Elk City's team. Like, it's players that could have started, but we got our second, third, fourth, and fifth kid can start. You know what I mean? We got backups. Yes. You know what I mean? So if you can't make the grade, and
a big deal too. Like, I think kind of something that went that didn't get talked about enough, especially last year and even into this year. Like, we had a lot of really good football players that were number 2.
Yeah.
And that would have started for our opponent somewhere. And we really got better as the year went on because we gave such a good scout team look. I mean, a lot of times the back we were handing it to as a scout team running back was a better athlete than the back we were going to have to tackle Friday night. And then the depth up front. We had so many good offensive linemen last year that our D-line, even versus a scout team look, had to defeat a good blocker. And they had to defeat a well-coached kid who was giving a great look. And with low numbers comes little depth. With little depth, it's a bad scout look. Now, you can't simulate game speed on Friday night, and they're not prepared for it.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, there's a lot of good things come with that. I think one of the biggest, I don't know what's the biggest, man. I'm not like on y'all's level, but just having good practice partners. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's
a big deal.
It's huge.
You know what I mean? Because if you're out there practicing on air, what are you getting, dog? You know what I mean?
And and we're not one dimensional. I mean, at Elgin, we're gonna run the football. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
If we went into a game where we couldn't run the football and we had to throw it, we're good enough on the perimeter. We can throw it, and if we haven't been put in a situation where we had to force feed Ritson or force feed Tiny because we're good enough all over the place and we can spread people out. We can get the ball out quick to an athlete, and we're really good up front. We can line up and bully people, reset the line of scrimmage, and hand it to Ritson, hand it to Tiny, and so we're extremely fortunate in that. And with that depth allows us, not to, it's really nice for Ritson to play a game like that and only have 13 carries.
Yeah.
Because, we've got another good back and we're keeping him fresh for the playoffs. And it frees him up to play middle linebacker defensively. So.
Yeah. We got some good backs coming up too. Mm-hmm. From 7th up, we got some good coming.
There's 3 really good 7th grade running backs right now. There's 3 really good ones. Obviously Billy Morrison's got bukus of yards, but the big kid behind him, and then the Ramon kid we just got out from track. He's never played before. Or Raymond, I'm sorry. Raymond he's got
Close
great
enough.
speed. Yeah, he's got great speed.
Yeah.
He's got thick thighs. He's gonna be a load himself. So, but that's really nice.
I'm thinking of a player, and I don't want to mess his name up. Dalvin. That's what I was thinking of. Dalvin. Mm-hmm. He runs good, man. Once he gets it figured out, he's going to be good.
He's another one. It's only, I think, his second year to play.
Yeah.
They got him out of the hallway. In fact, when he popped the long one versus Woodward, I get a text from my uncle who's watched the game on OSN. He said, "Who is this Adrian Peterson looking cat y'all put in late?"
Yeah.
He's a big, good-looking kid. And, like, Dalvin's another one. Like, there's a lot of years he's the feature back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of years because he's big, he's got great speed, and you can see him getting better. Like we're on him about planting a foot, sticking a toe, and accelerating.
Yeah.
And he did that on the 89-yard touchdown run,
Yeah.
and it was really cool because you can see the sideline erupt. Everybody loves that kid. Dalvin was such a good kid. The whole team loves him. Everybody was fired up for him. Of course, he was too. He come off the field, he's smiling from ear to ear. He's so happy. But he's got a ton of potential. The sky's the limit with that kid.
Yeah, he's a military kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
His dad's, I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I think Coach Baker says dad's a first sergeant.
Yeah,
Came to us from Memphis.
Yeah, so you ain't got to worry about that kid. He's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I had him in class, man. He's a really neat kid.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine, my man. Yeah. Man. Who is that? I think Dax Bean might be home. Man, moving forward, we got Bridge Creek, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on that?
They're better. They're much improved from a year ago. We went up there last year, and Trace really threw it well. Trace threw for 300 yards in the first half. We did a good job taking advantage of what they were giving us. We were a little frustrated a year ago. They were able to run the football, not a ton, but a little bit, just enough to make Coach Baker mad. But the score is 42-7. They got a touchdown on us in the second half, but they're improved. They got a lot of those kids back. Same offensive staff and same defensive staff as a year ago. They're 4-4 defensively, and they do a good job. The interior linebackers do a good job bringing pressure. So there's going to be some times where they stun into some plays. We feel like if we're able to pick that up, a lot of times we'll pick that up, and if we are able to stop the penetration of the interior backers, we think we got a big play coming. So. Hopefully we can do that. And, Caden's done a great job getting the ball where we want to go. And if we protect the football, I think good things will happen.
If you had to go with it right now, who do you think the top 4 teams are in 5A right now?
In 5A or 4A?
4A, I mean.
4A,
yeah.
I think us and Tuttle are obviously got to be in that mix. I don't know a whole lot about the east side.
Right.
I've heard Fort Gibson is really good.
For Gibson?
I've heard Fort Gibson is good. They've got a big lineman that I think's got an OU offer. Ada is still undefeated. Ada Poto, that was a big game last week. You know, I think that was number 3 versus number 5. Ada won that, I think by a couple scores. But I know Ada's got the coach's son back at quarterback. I heard they're really big up front. So it looks like as long as we handle business, we'll be the one. I think Tuttle will be the one out of their district. Ada probably going to win their district. A lot of people are concerned about Broken Bow. Broken Bow's got a really dynamic quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, he's a state champion sprinter. He's averaging 30 points a game in basketball. Freak athlete.
Was he the running back last?
He was a quarterback. He's already got a Miami offer. I mean,
Really?
like he's elite. But somebody just knocked him off. I think Salisal knocked him off
Really?
2 weeks ago. I thought Salisal was going to be pretty good because, you know, they came to us the second round. They were predominantly juniors.
Yeah.
So I feel like Salisal's got to be pretty good. But those are what I know about the east side. I think, but definitely on the west side, it's got to be us and Tuttle, you know, as the two top on the west side.
Moving back to, you know, like progression when it comes to practice, like where are we at on what we want to present offensively from now on? We just got a bunch of stuff we're adding in, and we set to where we're at.
Man, we've actually got some new stuff we're going to do this week. I think we'll like it. I'm happy with where we're at. I think we have a lot in at the moment, but we do have some new stuff. I don't know if we'll get to it this week or not, but I think it'll be really good for us, especially if we get into a situation where we're not controlling the line of scrimmage. And, you know, we've got to do, you know, something different to get the ball in space. I think we'll like that. That it didn't come up a year ago. You know what I mean? Like we were able to line up and assault people a year ago, and so far we've been able to do that again. And I hope that continues to be the case. But we do have a couple new wrinkles we put in this week, and I hope we get to show them just to get it on film, force people to work on it, and get a feel for you know, how well we do it. You know what I mean? Because we gotta have the confidence in it to call it again. So I'm happy with where we're at. Obviously, you know, we're still looking at, you know, what we're going to see. You know, this is pretty much the third week in a row, or going back to Newcastle, it's the fourth week in a row we've seen this defensive structure. I mean, you know, Newcastle was, you know, 4 down, cover 3. Woodward 4 down, cover 3.
Right.
Elk City was a little bit different. But predominantly 4 down linemen, cover 3. They widened their outside backers a little bit, which gave us a little lighter box. But so it's 4th game in a row we've seen this. So we're excited about it, and we still think there's some things that we had game planned in weeks past we didn't take advantage of, whether, you know, the flow of the game happened or we didn't execute. But the new stuff we were adding for this week, I think, will be really good, especially when it gets, you know, down to where, okay, we can't just line up and assault somebody. This will allow us to, you know, move some people around, get some people in space.
Yeah. And my bad earlier, man, my ADD kicked in. But back to players of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, man, what about Ian? Did he have, 5 touchbacks?
Man, he is such a cool kid. We got him out.
Yeah.
For football this year, and is
he a senior?
Yeah, he's a senior.
Man.
They say he's a really good soccer player.
Yeah.
I met him last year because he tore his knee up and he didn't get to play soccer, but he got to run track. So he ran track for us, and he asked in the spring, he's like, hey, can I come kick? And I'm like, yeah, dude, we're going to need a kicker, you know. Delgado graduated. And so he came out like 3 or 4 days after football started, and he had no clue. Like a lot of times, the kids just told me today, he'll hear a football term that he has no idea what it means. He goes straight home and Googles it.
Amen.
But he's when his first day out there, he didn't have an approach to the ball, but when that foot hit it, it sounded different, and you knew he was going to be really good. And he's got a fun personality, and he will talk smack to anybody that will listen.
He fits in then.
Oh man, he fits right in. But man, he's got a great leg, and it's fun to watch the ball just jump off his foot.
So going back to recruiting and stuff like that. So raw talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
A college recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
are they looking at raw talent like I can develop this kid even to better what he is now? I mean, because they're always thinking that, but it's sure raw. If he wanted to go that route, I'm not
I
saying.
still like to think they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still like to think they are, and like a kid for him, he does have a collegiate level leg. Like
Yeah.
He really does. The ball explodes off of it. In fact, especially as a field goal kicker, I mean, you watch him right now on his extra points, he's one-stepping. Most kickers will take 3 back and 2 to the left and have a 3-step approach. He's one-stepping, and he's good, or he hasn't got enough leg. He can one-step inside 40 yards. So I still think they can. The word potential does scare some college coaches around because they don't have time to wait with the way things are in college football. They don't have time to wait on the kid to come in and develop. But I feel like Ian can kick, and Coach Parker and I were talking about that today. Man, I think today he could kick at one of the D2 state schools. You know what I mean? But he is a cool kid, man.
Hey, shout out Coach Parks, man. I think him on here, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fun talk. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's neat, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is some stories you don't hear about all the time, man.
Yeah.
I like it. Come out your senior year and just. I mean, that's a big deal, right? 5 of them in a game.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's huge.
Yeah.
For us, it's huge. It forces them to go 80. You know.
Yeah.
And
Coach Baker loves it, I'm sure.
oh, he's fired up about it, man. Ian may be his favorite kid on the team right now, man. He loves that kid.
Hey, shout out Ian, huh?
Yeah.
Sharpen your axe, Philip Peepshe.
Mm-hmm. Man, Philip had a great game for us, and the reason he got sharp in the axe was he played so well setting the edge defensively.
Yeah.
And it was a deal where Philip may not have made the tackle, but he made the play. You know,
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier, they wanted to get in the eye, run the toss. Well, Philip set the edge, didn't allow him to turn the corner, forced the running back inside. He gets ran down by pursuit from Hudson Tucker.
Yeah.
And so Philip did a great job there, but then the block punt really got us going. You know, at the time of the block punt, I think it was 12-0, and he comes through and makes a great move on the personal protector, throws one hand up, blocks it. I mean, it was loud. When that ball hit his hand, it was really loud, and it jetted out the back of the end zone. So he got Sharp in the Axe player of the game.
Heck yeah. Rough Rider, Cameron.
Cam played really well up front, and with what they were trying to do defensively, with the they were 4 down front, but they removed both backers, and they were playing some games, bringing backers off the edge or looping them inside. Cam did a great job. When we run a zone, he's got to be a train without a brain, and so on the way there, if someone loops in or loops out, he did a good job handling the D-line twist, and then also the backers stunts coming from outside or bringing the mic inside. He played really well.
Man, we're about almost 40 minutes into it, man. Anything else you want to bring up?
Man, we're just fired up. We got a lot of good things happening right now with, varsity's 5-0, JV's undefeated. 8th grade's only got 1 loss. 7th grade undefeated. It's a good time, and we get to play at home again.
Yeah.
We played at home week 0, and then we didn't play again at home till week 4. Well, you throw a bye week, it was a month apart. So we're excited about getting to play at home. And then we, next week we roll into fall break week, and we got to go to Weatherford. I think Weatherford will be, it may be for the district title. I know Clinton upset them, but they were undefeated heading into the Clinton game. So if they can find a way to knock us off, that makes it a 3-horse race again. And
that was an upset, right?
You know, if you talk to somebody from Clinton, no.
Fair enough.
But for me, with Weatherford being 3-0 and Clinton being 0-3, that it was an upset to me. However, you talk to somebody from Clinton, and Clinton is really hard to beat at Clinton. And that Tornado Bowl, you don't just come in there and rough up the Red Tornadoes.
They got a new staff this year, Clinton?
No, it's the same staff, okay. and you know, Coach Higbee, he was out. He had some procedure done late in the summer, so he missed the first 3 games.
Right.
And you know, he runs the show over there. He does a really good job. And his first game back was Weatherford, right. So they're obviously undefeated since his return. And the scariest part about our schedule right now is we had to go to Elk City, we got to go to Weatherford, and we got to go to Clinton.
Yeah.
So we're wearing I-40 out.
Yeah, buddy.
But those 3 games are you know, going to be hostile environments. You know, we were able to handle Elk City already, but you know, Weatherford's going to be pumped up for us coming into town, and then we'll have to go to Clinton. And I mean, Clinton's really tough to beat at home.
I've been hearing war stories about Clinton since I can remember, though.
Yeah, that town loves them some football.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't hate them for it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, one thing I was gonna bring up earlier and I forgot. I started to talk about it when we was talking about like a top 4 players,
mm-hmm.
you know, in 4A. Can you just, to the people that don't understand that process, how it works? Me and Vincent talked about it a little bit, but how they go about putting a bracket together.
So the bracket is set. Number 1 plays number 4. Like we are in. And
that's all based off the point system, right?
Well, it goes off your district win-loss record.
Right.
So if you like, we want to run through district play undefeated.
Yeah.
So if we run through district play undefeated, we're the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Typically, it'll go the undefeated team at first, the 1-loss team is second, the 2-loss team is third, okay. And then the 3-loss team is the 4. Now, if something were to happen and there's an upset or 2 upsets and there's a tie, if there's 2 teams tied, like let's say there's 2 teams tied at the top with 1 loss, okay, then that would go to whoever won the head-to-head battle between those 2 guys.
Right.
But then if there's a 3-way tie where, you know, we beat you, you beat them, they beat us type of deal. If there's a 3-way tie, then it'll go to district points. So it's imperative that, number 1, we win the district ball game.
Yeah.
But the maximum point differential they'll give you is 15 points. So, you know, Friday, we got to win, and we got to win by 15. That's our goal. And that's our goal every single district ball game, because in the event of a 3-way tie, it'll come down to district points.
Yeah.
If we take care of business and we played our potential, knock on wood, we stay healthy, we feel like we'll go 7-0 in district play and be the 1 seed. That's the goal. That's the plan. So, if we don't, we've got to win by 15. And like, for example, the Weatherford loss the other day, they only lost 1 district point because Clinton won 22-21. So there's that, and it starts with your district record. If there's a tie, it goes to head-to-head. If there's a 3-way tie, it goes to your district points. And then we are in 4A1. Tuttle is in 4A2. So our 1 seed will play their 4 seed. Our 2 seed will play their 3 seed. Those will be the 1 and the 2 seed will be at home. And then our 3 goes to their 2, and our 4 goes to their 1. And, you know, looking at that other side, I'm not sure with it looks like Tuttle's going to win the district. Bethany beating Blanchard, I think, gives Bethany the nod right now to finish in the 2 spot. And so you've got Blanchard and Ardmore probably going to battle it out for 3-4. I don't know what Hare and Tecumseh have coming back, but they're going to have to knock off Ardmore and Blanchard to get in. I think looking at our district, obviously we're wanting to be 1. Today, I guess Clinton would be the favorite to finish 2nd. Unless Elk City can go knock them off. Like Elk City is really concerned about, they want to go beat Clinton. They feel like if they can beat Clinton, they can beat Weatherford and finish in a 2-spot host, for somebody to come to them. That's a big deal to them. So it's not out of the realm for Cash. I mean, Cash is not out of it. Cash lost to Elk City, so they're going to have to knock off us, Weatherford, or Clinton,
Right.
to get back in the hunt. Douglas has improved. I haven't seen much on Douglas, but Douglas did beat Millwood. That surprised me that Douglas has improved enough, because that's a big rivalry game for them. They play the
Right.
Soul Bowl, and then Woodard I think is better. I think they're better. And Bridge Creek, they're not out of it yet. The same thing that we talked about with Cash. Bridge Creek is going to have to knock off Clinton, Elk. Let's see, Clinton, Elk City, or Weatherford, and to get in, and that's going to have to happen for them to get in.
We got Bridge Creek, then we got Weatherford, Douglas, Clinton, and then Cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. And then...
Which Cash has improved. I mean,
yeah.
I know they started 0-3, but they lost 3 close ones, and I think they're much improved, especially offensively. They're running the football well, and they've got some good athletes.
Yeah. Final words, my man?
Go Owls, man! Come out. It'll be a good show Friday.
No, man, I don't got anything. Amen. God bless you, my man.
All right, man. Love it. Enjoy it.